Welcome to the AI for Career Success video overview by Curt Robbins. We're experts at AI coaching and helping professionals like you and your employees upskill in AI.
Today, we're diving into a really critical question. What happens when a major AI company tells the U.S. Pentagon no? This dispute between the AI lab Anthropic and the Department of Defense is forcing a difficult conversation about whether a private company can refuse to let the military use its technology on its own ethical terms and what the consequences of that refusal might be. The basis for our discussion today is an article from TechCrunch. It's titled, "Elizabeth Warren Calls Pentagon's Decision to Bar Anthropic Retaliation." It was written by Ram Iyer and published on March 23, 2026. This piece really lays out the essential facts of this escalating conflict. Okay, let's get into the core conflict here. At the heart of this issue, you have two very powerful entities: Anthropic, a prominent AI research company, and of course the U.S. Department of Defense. And their disagreement reveals a fundamental clash of principles. This really breaks down into two completely different ways of looking at the same problem. On one side, Anthropic's argument is rooted in protected speech and ideology. They are in fact suing the DoD, claiming their stance is a matter of principle protected by the First Amendment. But on the other side, the DoD's position is that this has nothing to do with free speech. For them, it is a straightforward issue of business and, most importantly, national security.
To really grasp why Anthropic is taking such a firm position, we need to examine the specific ethical lines that it drew during its negotiations with the Department of Defense.
Anthropic was very clear with the Pentagon on two key prohibitions. First, the company stated that its AI systems could not be used for widespread surveillance of American citizens. Second, it drew a hard line against its technology being used for the targeting or firing decisions of lethal autonomous weapons without a human directly in the loop. Now, this is a crucial point. Anthropic didn't just disagree and walk away from the negotiations. It escalated the issue by taking legal action. They are framing the Pentagon's subsequent actions as a form of punishment for the company's views, an infringement on its constitutional rights.
So let's turn to the Pentagon's response. In the face of Anthropic's ethical stance and legal challenge, the Department of Defense deployed a very powerful administrative tool to assert its own position.
This was the Pentagon's countermove. It officially designated Anthropic as a supply chain risk. Now, you have to understand that is a very serious label. It's typically reserved for foreign companies from adversary nations, not a major American technology firm. This was a significant escalation.
And this designation is far more than just a label. You can think of it as an operational quarantine. It means that any other company or agency that wants to do business with the Pentagon must now formally certify that they do not use any of Anthropic's technology whatsoever.
The practical results of this is severe. Anthropic isn't just blocked from working directly with the DoD. It's effectively shut out from collaborating with any other company that works with the U.S. government. This move effectively isolates them from a massive sector of the economy.
As you might imagine, a conflict of this magnitude did not stay contained within legal and business circles. It quickly drew the attention of high-level politicians, most notably U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren.
In a letter to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, Senator Warren used very pointed language. She suggests that the DoD's designation wasn't just a standard security measure, but an act of retaliation meant to strong-arm an American company because of its ethical stance.
This brings us to the bigger picture, because this case is being watched very closely. It's about much more than just one company. The outcome could set a major precedent for the entire tech industry's relationship with the government.
And it's clear that Anthropic is not fighting this battle alone. You have major tech competitors, OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft, along with various legal rights groups that have all filed amicus briefs in support of the company. This shows a very unified front from an industry that is deeply concerned about the implications of the Pentagon's actions. So this entire dispute really boils down to a single foundational question for our era. In the age of artificial intelligence, where is the line between corporate ethics and national security? Does a corporation's code of ethics have the right to override a nation's security imperatives? The answer is going to define the relationship between Silicon Valley and the state for decades to come.
Thank you for watching. This is where we teach you AI and help you get smarter than your competition. If you like these videos, use the QR code at the beginning of this video to buy us a coffee or hire us to coach you or your employees in AI. Please subscribe to the AI for Career Success YouTube channel and be sure to like, comment, and share to help us reach a wider audience.